Welcome! Hello, all you early risers. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Allison. Hi, Poppy. Welcome, Virginia. Hey, Pilar. Good to see you. Hi, Glennis. Hi, Beata. Welcome, Scott. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Maddie. Good to have you all here today. Welcome, everyone. My name is Kelsey. We are in Valencia today. It is beautiful here. My husband and I finally turned on the air conditioning all night last night. Oh, we slept like a cat sleeping through the winter cold. It was amazing. Oh my goodness. I woke up and I said, I think we slept like 11 hours. And he goes, yep. Hi, Bridget. Hey, Pilar. Welcome, Sharon. Yeah, it was so glorious. Air conditioning is amazing, y'all. Oh, thank you for the hat compliments. Yes, I actually have a shirt inside the hat and a bun on top of my head. That's why I look like I have a cone head. But the hat is not like thick enough to keep the sun out, so I've got to put like a thing over the top of my head so that the sun doesn't get in. Oh, it's quite something. Yes, I get crazy bad sun headaches. So when I'm out during the day, I have to put on these ridiculous hats. I just scream crazy lady, but that's okay. Yeah, oh, yes, Glennis, it's so horrible. I mean, it's horrible all over the world right now. So obviously I'm preaching to the choir, but it was about 102 degrees Fahrenheit last night at 2 in the morning. So granted, that was the feels like temperature. The actual temperature was around 95, 96, but still, oh, so horrible. So we did turn on our AC and our dehumidifier and had a very nice night's sleep, except for when the cats started biting us. But what are you going to do? Hi, Stacy. Hi, Anya. So glad you got a good, cool night's sleep. Oh, yes. Sounds like our summers in Western Australia. Oh, my gosh, Gladys, you're in Western Australia. Wow. Yes, I bet you're like, yeah, we know. We've been there. We've been there with that heat. Hi, Linda. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. So, we just have a second before we start, so I'm just going to give you the rundown of the platform. I know I have seen so many of you before, but if this is your first tour with HeyGo, let me be the first to welcome you. In terms of using the platform, you can see all of the comments popping up there on the, well, I guess it's on the right for me. I don't know where it is for you. But you can see all of the comments, and that's where you let me know, hey, we can't see you, we can't hear you, what's the weird person doing behind you, can you show that thing again, anything like that. Welcome, Ainsars, welcome, Jean. And then also you have the location button, so that's how you know exactly where we are in the world. And then, of course, the postcard option. So there will be some really good postcards today. I'm specifically thinking two excellent views. The first one will be in just a few minutes before we go into the castle, and then the last one will be at the very end of the tour when we are at the very top of the castle looking out. So it's going to be lots of fun. Let's see. Hi, Julie. Hi, Beth. Oh, a Kentucky guide. How cool. Hi, Anna Marie. Welcome, Janet. Hi, Virginia in New Jersey. Good to see you. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Julie. Welcome, MB. Let's see what we missed on 2-day trip to Valencia. Oh, Gladys, you were here before. How cool. Oh, I'd love to know your favorite parts. Welcome, Gabriella. Hey, Beth. Hi, Anna Marie. Yes, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelsey, and I am from Portland, Oregon, and Chicago in the States. And my husband and I moved to Valencia with our two horrible cats, but we love them very much. Our two cats in February, and we are loving it. We are not loving the heat, but we are loving everything else. And so it has been a lot of fun being here, and do keep an eye out. Oh my gosh, the bees here are like 8 times bigger than the bees in the States. That's always fun. Hi, Natasha. Oh, thank you, Anna Marie. Welcome, Lonnie. Hi, Abdul. Hi, Jen. So, let's get started. This is the climbing the Torres de Serranos tower, which is the tower right behind me. The entrance is right here, but I just wanted to pop across the street and show you what it looks like from afar because it is stunning. but also it's a really, really good view. So this is the view that people think of when they go, oh, Valencia, that place with the towers, right? These are the towers. So let me just pop across the street. Oh, the marble gets so slick in the heat. Let me just pop across the street and then show you. Hi, Sharon F. Hi, Wanderer. I love the name. All right, so you can kind of see a little bit behind me, but now that you see me, I will pop in at the end of the tour to say hello. Hi, Mary. But let's go ahead and flip this around here. This is what we are looking at. We are going to cross the street and then turn around so you can see the tour, or to see the castle for the tour. But let me just tell you, in terms of where we are in the world, I'm just posting two maps here. You can see Spain in the lower left-hand corner of the colorful map, and then you can see the map of Spain and the little blue dot, which tells you where we are in the world in Valencia. And as you can see, we're on the Mediterranean coast, about 2 hours south of Barcelona and 2 hours east of Madrid on the train. It's 4 hours if you drive, so definitely take the train. But it is absolutely beautiful here, and I'm so tickled to be able to share it with all of you. This is usually earlier than I do my tours, so it's fun seeing so many new names and new people here. We did have a sunset tour here last night. So for those of you who were here last night, this was the view of the sunset. The sun was setting right here. It was so very beautiful. Hi, John. Welcome. But let's go ahead and flip this around here. So this is where we are starting, and this is where we are ending today. Is this far from your home? Yeah, Bridget, so I live about 10 minutes walking from here. So it's not very far at all. But this is also one of the main celebration platforms places during all of the festivals that we have here in Valencia. A nickname for Valencia is actually the home of festivals, because we have one literally every month, and it's huge. Every month it's huge. The biggest ones are Fallas, which are in March, and this is what it looks like in March during the Fallas festival, which is a huge sort of out with the old and in with the new festival. There are these floats that are placed around the city, and let me see if I have a picture of them. Did I bring one? Let's see. No, I just have a picture of the dresses. Okay, so there are all these freestanding floats around the city, and then the whole event is 19 days, and women in these beautiful dresses. These are traditional Spanish dresses. So they walk around in these gorgeous dresses as part of the celebrations. But the girl you see in the picture here, she was the first lady of Fallas last year, or I guess this year. And it's basically like a young woman who does a lot of philanthropy, but she also is very well known throughout the community. Like she's got famous parents, or very wealthy parents, anything like that. So she stands at the very top here, and she says, "Let the Fallas begin." And then the picture you see with all of the fireworks, those happen, and the fireworks go on for about 30 minutes constantly. And the fireworks themselves, though, happen for about 19 days, 19 days. Do take your screenshots, actually, because we are about to go climb the tower. So this is the last time we will see this view here. So let me back up a little bit. Take those postcards. Take those postcards. So gorgeous. Let me check your comments. Hi, Marilyn. I know Beth isn't stunning. Anna Marie, I know. Hi, Isabel. Abdul, isn't it so cool? Let me see. Hi, Dorata. Good to see you. Priscilla, isn't it beautiful? Hi, Mari. And hi, Marie. Hi, Harrison. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So let's go up the tower here. This is the Torres de Serranos. It was built in 1392, and this was back, oops, I'm going to see how the light is blinking here. The green lights, like, You know how people go, like the countdown for the crosswalks? You only get about 3 seconds of countdown here for these crosswalks. So if the little crosswalk sign is blinking, you gotta go. All right, so let's start here. Let me just show you. This is where we're gonna start our climb. Now, mind you, it's about 90 degrees so far, so it's going to be a slow and steady climb. It is still standing, Priscilla. Isn't it stunning? Let me just show you this view from down here while I give you some background. So, can you all see that? It sounds like right there. All right, I think that's good. Hi, Laureen. Good to have you here today. Is it free to climb? Yeah, so it's free on Sundays. So that's why we are here today. Normally, it's about €2, so it's not very expensive at all, but Sundays are a fun day to climb because there are so many people here. But let me just give you the very background of this. So Valencia is the third biggest city in Spain, and it was founded by the Romans in 138 BCE. So quite old here, right? This tower, though, was built in 1392 by a guy who was one of the main architects at the time. So let me see. Yes, I do have his name. Let me find it just one second. Oh, hi, Ellison. Hi, Hannah. Welcome, everyone. So in the 1300s, this tower was built, but then also 9 other towers were also built around the city, as well as a wall. So here is what the tower is predicted to have looked like with the wall. And the name Torres de Serranos is named after this location in the northern part of the city. And that bridge we were standing on earlier, the one over here, that is, I know, isn't it stunning? So that is the Carreras del Serranos, which is the sort of royal road to Barcelona, to Zaragoza, to all of the bigger cities that were royal at the time. So let me just show you all of these stairs. So originally, good question. Who was it? Good question, Maddie. I know people are like, I'm getting tired just looking at these stairs. Originally, this was just built for defense. The doors that we saw in the very beginning, those always were closed except for the little tiny doorway in the very, very center here. And let's see, it opened in 1392 in order to protect this town from all of the people who were coming in from here, there, and everywhere. I'm just going to pause halfway up these stairs so I don't huff and puff at you. But so currently, they are used mainly as, of course, this beautiful touristy gate to the city, but also for the Faya celebration. So during the 1st of March, that is when the big celebration happens here at the Torres de Serranos. And there are thousands of people that gather around here. Thousands. And, I mean, you can't move even if you wanted to. So, so this is one of the main doors to the medieval city. All right, we have made it up to the first level. Woof. Yes, so this is one of the main doors to the medieval city, and it was built by a guy named Pere Balaguer. That's what I was looking for his last name. I didn't want to mispronounce it. Pere Balaguer. Yes, people arriving with their rolling bags. Their adventures are just beginning. That's funny. Here we are in the very first level. For those of you with vertigo, be aware we're going to look straight down. Here is the gate that you can walk through. Now, at this point in time, this gate is always open. Oh, actually, I have a better view of this gate. Let me show you. Here, nope, over here. This gate This gate is always open. It's very, very tall, though, as you can see. Hi, Deborah. Oh, Linda, thank you for your follows. Hi, Petra. Hi, Rosalind. Hi, Derek. Hi, T. Maddie, I know, isn't that amazing? Hi, Allison. Lonnie, I know, isn't it stunning? So you can see this little tiny door down here. This is the door. Oh, hold on. This door right here. This is the door that people would come in through when the big, big gates were closed. Do you see the sort of impression down there? And it is so, so small. Of course, people were smaller back then, supposedly. But, I know, a door within a door. But yeah, these big, big gates would only open for the monarchs, for people with horse-drawn carriages, for people who were very famous that they were expecting. Let me just show you a little bit of the view here, though, before we continue along. Here is the beautiful limestone ceiling. So very gorgeous. So this was part of the medieval Christian wall. So the Moors took over from the northern part of Africa. They took over in the 700s, and they ruled here for about 500 years. And then the Christians came and took over again, and so this was built as a medieval Christian wall after they reconquered the city. I know, aren't they stunning, Priscilla? And the towers themselves are Valencian Gothic, but fun fact for you, we also have a modern Valencian style, which is basically a lot of Art Nouveau. So you'll see a lot of flowery images, a lot of oranges in the architecture itself, but it's very, very expensive. So they had the Valencian modernist style only lasted for about 20 years because they spent all their money. Let me just tell you real quick, this is the Tower of St. Bartholomew. It was one of the first 10 churches in Valencia back in 1239 is when it was built. And you can see how, oh boy, we're gonna zoom in a lot here. You can see how this part of the tower is much different than anything below it. That's because there was a fire that burned down the rest of this church. And the only part that was saved was the bottom half. Where's my finger? There it is. The bottom half and the top half of this bell tower. Everything else was burned. And this is the Church of San Bartholomew. And yeah, it was one of the first 10 churches in Valencia, but also a beautiful, beautiful view. Let me see. We have comments. Yes, Maddie, it is a beautiful country. Hi, Paul Stephen. Good to see you. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. Some people in those apartments pay a premium for the view of the tower. Oh, yeah. These are some of the most expensive apartments in the city. Just these, though. These down this street, I mean, they're all sort of, quote, expensive. So they're probably between $1,200 and $1,400 for a one-bedroom, which is probably more like normal Denver prices. That's just how I can compare it because that's where we were just living. But these are probably closer to $2,000 a month, I would say. A lot of people own their condos here, though. So they might be renting them out with Airbnb or Spot a Home, which is how we found our apartment, actually. Yeah, it's not too tall, these buildings. This one in front of us is 5 stories, but I mean, we didn't have the ability to build any taller buildings in this part of town, in the old town, when these were built. So a lot of these are 200 to 300 years old, these buildings. And I live in a building similar to this, and let me tell you, you can tell that the building is 200 to 300 years old. The pipes have not been replaced. The sort of crumbling walls, the leaky roofs, all of those things are a fun part of living in Old Town. But, I mean, it is still beautiful. But things you have to think about. Surprised it didn't fall if the middle was brown. I know, Maddie, isn't that interesting? You know, I wonder if that was where, of course, this was in 1239, so we don't know for sure, but I wonder if the middle of that church had just, or the middle of that bell tower on the church had just caught fire when they were putting it out, so it did have to be replaced, but or like reinforced, but it didn't have to be knocked down. Olden days house, isn't that the truth? All right, let me show you the beautiful arches up here again. So stunning. Oh yes, and the cabinet fell off our wall once. I should have uploaded that picture. It was right before I gave a tour in Santiago de Compostela, and my husband calls me and he says, so our kitchen cabinet just fell off the wall. And I said, oh, you mean like it, like, like it got weirdly unhinged? Because no, it fell and crashed to the floor and broke everything that was in it. I said, are you kidding? Oh my gosh. So, of course, I had to give my tour, but then we called our landlord. And another fun fact about Spanish landlords, they're more like friends than landlords. We said, hey, our cabinet just fell off the wall. And he goes, oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Sad face. And we said, can you come fix it? And he's like, oh, yeah, I can come in a couple days. And my husband's like, okay, I guess I'll just clean up the entire floor of glass. And he was like, yeah, that'd be great, thanks. So that's part of living in Valencia. So much fun. Did he replace something broke? It was his stuff, thank goodness. But no, he didn't replace it. It's not nice. We just bought a bunch of plastic dishes, though. We're like, just in case. I just wanted to show you some of the gargoyles on here before we head up to this next level. I know, Maddie, shocking. Hi, MK, welcome, Helen. Yeah, I know, Maddie, it's ridiculous. It's so crazy. But, part of living here, and we also realize that the landlords, or at least our landlord, he's good because he responds to us. A lot of people's landlords here just don't respond if they have an issue. Not that that's anything to strive for, but he will replace things if we ask him to. It does take him a little while. Currently, one of our air conditioners is broken, and he's like, yeah, I'll come next week. And we're like, okay, but it's 102 outside. And he's like, yeah, oh, okay, I'll see you next week. Like, all right, great then. But so just keep that in mind. We are planning to move to the newer part of town. So Old Town, of course, is gorgeous. Oh yes, we've got fans, Maddie. Oh, we've got all the fans. Old Town is gorgeous, but of course, it does come with its own struggles. All right, so we're here. We're just about to go up these stairs. Yeah, going back to ancient times, exactly. Oh, I think these poor people, they're like, how are we going to get up these darn stairs? Isn't that the truth, though? I did want to show you, first of all, just let me give you the views as to what things look like. But then I want to show you this this window here, which is so cool. Of course, there's a little piece of garbage here, but that's okay. So this is the teeny tiny window that we can see out of, right? But it's for defense. It's to make sure that the people who were keeping a lookout going this way did not get hurt, and they could then also see out this little window. I wish I could get my phone further out here, but of course I've got my gimbal on it, so it can't really get out too far. But we can see a palm tree out there, and a little bit of breeze. That's nice. How did we find our home? Yeah, so we went on Spot a Home, which is sort of like Airbnb, but it's only for long-term rentals. So we pay 700 euros a month for a one-bedroom here. And mind you, we also kind of pay for the fact that our landlord just doesn't fix stuff sometimes. So I would say to pay for a good one-bedroom here, you want to have maybe $850 or $900 a month. And with the conversion rate, it's probably $860 or $910 a month now in terms of US dollars. So it's considering what we were paying in Denver, it was like anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500 for a one bedroom. We think it's a very good amount of savings that we are happy with, but still, there are new challenges living in a new place, but especially a new continent. These stairs. Oh man, y'all. All right, I did it. I did it. I feel so cool. Although I have to say, we have 52 steps going up to our apartment, like where we live. So I've been training for this. Okay, let me see. Hi, Rhonda. Good to have you here today. Oh, Rhonda, I saw the picture you were talking about on your Facebook post. I heard, windows like this for arches. But yes, that's true, Debbie. Story a professor. Priscilla, no, so I was trained as an opera singer, and then my husband and I moved over to Spain in February, and I'm also a German teacher and a French teacher, and now I guess I'm a tour guide also. But no, I do a lot of research for these tours. So, I mean, of course, it would be nice to just know all of these things or have a history in all of these things. But no, I am very busy studying for these tours when I'm at home. So I'm excited to be able to share them all, share all the info that I've learned with you folks. Just land by friends. I've never fixed anything. Yeah, plus even, isn't that the truth though? So, all right, we're up the stairs, but there are lots of people next to me, so let me just show you. Lots of people coming up the stairs. So I'm just going to wait until this group has gone by. But while we're here, let me tell you a little bit more about this beautiful castle. So, can you hear the sirens? So, hi, Roger. So between the 16th and 19th century, so between 1572 and 1887, these towers were used as a prison because the jail in town burned down. Yes, I'm halfway up. We have one more set of stairs before we reach the very, very top. So the jail in town burned down in the late 1500s, and they thought, where are we going to put all these horrible people who have done things to get them put in jail? And they thought, well, we've got these 10 towers around the city as part of the old city wall. Let's just stick them in 2 of the towers. So sure enough, they stuck them in this one, the Torres de Serranos, and then also the Torres de Quart. And in 1865, about 20 years before these were finished as being used as prisons, the walls were knocked down, including all of the other 8 gates to the city. So as someone who loves pretty historical things, it's just like gut-wrenching that they knocked down 8 of these towers. Oh, but luckily for us, these 2 towers did survive, and when the walls were knocked down in 1865, these were still here being used as prisons. And then in 1887, so keep this in mind, we're in 1887, right? Like where people are still dying of who knows what that could be cured now, and people were living in muddy conditions, using all sorts of strange sanitary methods. There was an uprising where people said, we don't think that the conditions in this jail are acceptable for human rights. So these were people in the 1800s concerned about human rights in the jail. If that gives you an idea as to how bad it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dying of TB. Oh, thank you. Good call. So, I mean, dying of all kinds of crazy things. And then also, a couple hundred years before that, they were being beheaded in the main square. So the fact that they were concerned about human rights here means it must have been really, really bad. So a year later, it was closed as a jail. They built a new jail, and it was closed as a jail, and they had then basically just kept it here because it was too expensive to knock down. Yes, it was closed then in 1888. There were all these protests about inhumane conditions, and the city thought, okay, well we'll just knock it, or we'll just move the prisoners. No big deal. In the 1900s, oh yay, all the people have left. Okay, let's go back upstairs. One more set of stairs. Actually, there's two, but one more tiny set of stairs. So during the Civil War here in 1936 to 1939, this tower was used as a, oh, so stunning. It was used as a storage facility for artwork, because there were all these, there's this big museum in Madrid called the Prado, and there was all this artwork there. I was trying to put on my hat. It's not agreeing with me. All right, there we go. There was all this artwork in the Prado Museum, and they thought, you know, we're having this war, and the Prado Museum is in the middle of bad violence and destruction. So we need to move all these gorgeous artworks somewhere where it might not get destroyed. So they brought them on that royal road. They brought them all here. Of course, they were sort of armored vehicles at that point. So luckily they were protected. But they did store artwork here for about 3 years. So we only have one more little section to go up here. Let me show you. I know, isn't that view stunning? This is where we're going to go up. And we're going to go on to the top of these little towers. Oh, so excited. Let me just show you the stairwell that people are using. Oh, poor little guy fell. Oh. Oh man. You know, as a fun singer fact, they say kids learn how to speak incorrectly from their parents, because children are born when they're very little babies and they're screaming, they're born with the ability to project like an opera singer. So basically through opera training, you just sort of learn how to go back to that scream yowl. Wouldn't my teachers hate it that I called it that? But that's sort of how opera training works. So that's why you can hear kids screaming from miles away. 4 levels of stairs. Yeah, it's a lot. So we are 33 meters high right now, and also we did see the moat in front, but I'll show you the moat again when we get up, all the way upstairs. And there are 2 towers that we see, and they're connected by this sort of central body area with all these vaults inside. All right, let's go on up. Hi, Judith. Hi, Mary. Let's go on up. So excited. Okay, and then there are all these sort of metal places to grab in case you're falling, but they're very short. The metal barriers, I guess. So my guess is these have not been replaced, or at least refurbished for a few hundred years. They are rusty and they are short. Ooh, very pretty. How exciting. Okay, so we are at the top level here where I pointed when we were standing over here. We're at the top level where the First Lady of Fayas stands and says, "Let the Fayas begin." To give you an idea. Isn't this beautiful? So let me tell you a little bit about what we're looking at right now. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. So we are looking at the Torres Park. This used to be a river. In 1957, Valencia had its 75th flood in the last 1,000 years. And there were 15 feet of water. I'm posting pictures of what it looked like in the old town. So it caused, oh, come on, go through. There we go. So it caused so much damage. It killed 81 people. It rained for 3 days straight, and the water did not go away for the water went away about 4 days later, but the damage and the mud and all the gross destruction didn't go away for almost a month. And of course, the people were busy cleaning and scrubbing and cleaning out their houses. It was horrible. But so the 15 feet of water was in Old Town. So it went up to the first level, about halfway through the first level. So that's why all the people died, because in the bottom level, there were all these people who were living there, and some of them couldn't get out in time because it basically created this tsunami that just washed away people's houses. And this was the 75th flood of Valencia that had been recorded in the last 1,000 years. So there were more that hadn't been recorded as well. And the city said, okay, it's 1957. We have the technology. We have the money. We need to get rid of this river. How are we going to do this? Otherwise, the city is literally going to fall apart. What are we going to do? And they decided to, let me just show you out the side. Isn't this beautiful? They decided to reroute the river. So they literally went to where it splits, or where it did split in half at one point, but they went to where it did split and rerouted it. You can see it in the first picture, actually, that I posted all the way up top. They rerouted the river, and then they just had this empty riverbed. And I said, what are we going to do with this riverbed? It's 8 kilometers around the city. What are we going to do with it? And they decided, because there was no big public park, they decided to make it the biggest created park in Europe. So it's 8 kilometers long. It goes all throughout the city. No matter where you are, people go, if you go to the Turia and take a left or whatever. So the Turia is referring to the Turia River, but now it's the Turia Park. Also, fun fact, this is the bridge we were standing on earlier, and the Royal Road that leads to Madrid or to Barcelona and Zaragoza. It is it is 2 of 18 bridges throughout the city. 1 of 2 that is only pedestrian. So, I mean, you can get anywhere in Europe without a car, pretty much. But especially in the Old Town, you do not need a car. So many people don't have them. They don't need them. But the bridges crossing outside of the Old Town, these are the places where a lot of people do have cars. And I mean, you can drive around the city. I'm gonna point the camera down for those of you with vertigo. Just be aware. So you can see there is a big road around the Turia, but still, you don't need a car, which is good. But anyway, they made this bridge specifically. This is the Puente de los Serranos, which is the Serrano Bridge. It's from the 15th century. It's basically to commemorate how important this bridge was as being a part of a royal road. But yes, so we were in 1976, and then we said, okay, we are now going to, the river has been rerouted. We now want to create the most beautiful park in Spain. Of course, there are many, many parks in Spain, but this is the biggest one in Europe, which is cool. And you can find people biking and walking their dogs and running and reading, and there are impromptu dance classes and yoga classes, and I mean, anything you want to do, they do it here in Valencia on the Turia River, the Turia Park, and it's a huge community space. There are also quite a few murals under those 18 bridges. And, thank you for your donations. Greatly appreciated. And for those of you who do like street art, I'm giving a street art tour today at 6 o'clock local time. So in about 4.5 hours. So do tune in for that. If that interests you, it'll be at noon Eastern Standard Time. But we'll see some really cool things like the picture that I just posted. Here, let me walk around here before we go up to the very top of the castle. Here you can see the Puente Real, which is another one of the beautiful bridges here from the 15th century. You can tell how, you can see how the, I can't even see. You can tell how the bridge is so much different. It's limestone, it's very short, or it's very, it's very close to the park itself, whereas these are some of the newer bridges, and of course they look like new overpasses, and they don't have that limestone charming appeal that the bridges that have come from the older times do. Hi, Sally Ann, welcome. All right, let me just walk around. Oh, it ends. I thought we would be able to walk all the way around. I guess not. But let me show you right over the edge here, and then we'll turn around. There we go. Yeah, so this is what we were looking at earlier, but this is just off the sort of balcony of the top part of the towers. And these were used as defense, but also as a triumphal arch. So, sort of reminds me of the Arc de Triomphe in France. Oh, speaking of France, in early September, I am headed to the Alsace wine region in Strasbourg and in Colmar, in Ribeauvillé, which is the town that sort of inspired the Beauty and the Beast. So you can see her cute little fountain that she sat on. I just posted some pictures of what it looks like there. And on September 2nd, I will be heading over there, and I land in Basel. So I'm in Switzerland. So I'm giving a tour in the third biggest city of Switzerland as well. So do tune in for those. Those are already posted. I did see a question. Oh, thank you for your donations. Greatly appreciated. All right, let's climb up to the very top, and then I will check the questions again. Ooh, it's so pretty. Look at this. I love how high we are right now. It's amazing. We're on 33 meters high. So beautiful. Let me see the questions. Oh, how many steps? I don't know the exact number, but I do know that the Valencia Cathedral, which is the bell tower, which is about the same height, is 207 steps. Oh, we're closing. Okay, can I just take a picture from the top really fast? Okay, thank you so much. Oh, I've been talking too much. What do you mean they're closing? They're closed for another 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, handsome Spanish man. I'm going. Oh, there's lots of people up here. Okay, I don't feel that. All right. Oh, look at this. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't actually close for another 20 minutes, but I think they want to actually close in 20 minutes. Oh, that was a lot. Oh, isn't this stunning? Let me just show you some of the views while we're up here before the handsome Spanish man comes and yells at me again. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, apparently they need 20 minutes to kick people out, even though it's it's just a couple steps. It's not like it's a huge art museum. Then again, there are lots of people up here, so it probably takes them a while to get people out. Yes, so the cathedral, which is about the same height, is 207 steps. So my guess is that's about how tall, or how many steps are on this as well. And actually, we can see the cathedral if we head over here to show you. Oh, so beautiful. Here it is, right in the center here. Let me zoom in. There's our El Miguelete. It's an octagonal bell tower that is connected to our cathedral. And actually, if you want to see part of the cathedral with me, next Sunday, so a week from today, at 7:15 local time, I'm headed to the Plaza de la Virgen the Plaza of the Virgin, where they sell genitalia-shaped donuts, by the way, which we'll also have a look at those in full irony. We will head over there and see the cathedral, see the beautiful basilica next door, see the highly inappropriate donuts. All of those things will be part of that tour next week. Cool space to have a dance party. Oh, isn't that the truth, MB? What a cool place it would be. Although you'd have to have it early because it closes at 2. Alright, here we go. And let me show you the flag. Let's go vertical. 3, 2, 1. Here's our Valencian flag. So stunning. And let's go back. 3, 2, 1. Hired after hours. Oh, what a cool idea. I would love that. All right, so let me show you the last view. Here we are of our gorgeous, gorgeous tower. Okay, anyone who would like to take a selfie, let's flip this around here. I will smile for you for your selfies. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more time. All right, let's go back downstairs. All right, thank you so much. Oh, look at those steps. Goodness. Let me tell you, I'm glad I'm not wearing a skirt. For all of you folks who wear skirts when you travel, this would not be the place to do it. It is windy. Ooh, oh, what a stunning view. That's so beautiful. This poor guy's gonna get so mad at me because I keep taking pictures. All right. Oh, thank you for your donations. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, so let me just climb down all of these bazillion stairs, and then I will say goodbye to you. Also, so for those of you who are around later this evening, I am giving a street art tour at 6 o'clock local time, and then a surprise tour at 10 o'clock local time. So it is... I scouted out our location this morning. I was telling everyone last night, I don't really know where we're going to go yet, which part of the city. I scouted it out this morning, and I'm so excited. So do tune in for that. It's going to be so much fun. And that is at 10 o'clock local time tonight. Just show you this. One more time. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Anya. That's so kind. Thank you. And then here is what we are going to see. Oh, I need to keep walking, apparently. He's like, move it along. So dramatic. Oh, yes. So on Friday, yes, much easier going down the steps. On Friday, we are headed to one of the 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites here, which is called the Palacio de Comunications, and I'm not sure how to say that part in Spanish, so I apologize. The Palace of Communications. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. So I'm giving a tour called the 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Valencia. And one of them is the Palace of Communications, which you can see in the picture that I just posted. And then, oh, look at these. Oh, so beautiful. And then the other one is the old silk factory. Did I have a picture of that? Ah, yes! The other one is the old silk factory. So this one here, which we will also see on that UNESCO World Heritage Site tour. And then that evening, we are headed to do castle to castle. In other words, we're going from this castle to the other castle in town. Let me just show you this one more time. So we're going to 2 castles for that tour. And thank you. Out we go. This poor guy's like, get out. No, I'm not the last one in here, thank goodness. But yes, and then on Saturday, we are headed to the Plaza de la Virgen, or the Virgin Plaza with the inappropriate donuts. And then at nighttime, I think I have it's either Old Town Wander or a surprise tour. I can't remember. But on Wednesday is my next tour after today. And that is where we are headed to the Plaza del Ayuntamiento. And that is the Old Town Hall Square. And it's, so like we're in the middle of Old Town right now. And that is the middle of sort of New Town. It's with all of the modern buildings, the taller ones, but also the fancy old buildings. So of course these are gorgeous old buildings, but there are also the fancy old ones, which are, you know, incredibly expensive to build, very decorative, very beautiful, and I'm really excited to share those with all of you too. So, okay, now that I'm in the shade, I can see all of your comments again. The sun was all up in my business. Why do they say to wear a skirt when traveling? And is that a joke? Let me see. Okay. Easier going down than up. Yes. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. That's so nice. Thank you for your follows. Yes. So for those of you who don't know me, for 1,000 followers, which I think we're going to have by the end of the week, actually, for 1,000 followers, I'm going to do a Get to Know Me tour. And then for 2,000 followers, I'm going to do an operatic concert. So do tune in for those if that is something you would like to see. But that is for 2,000 followers. So do follow me if you haven't already. Tell your friends, tell your family. It'll be so much fun. And as you all know, this is a free tour. It is free to enter, and then you are free to tip whatever you think the tour is worth. So whatever you got out of it, that is greatly appreciated by me. Thank you so much. If tipping is not an option, still do follow me. And if you enjoyed the tour, please leave a review. My name is Kelsey. We are in Valencia. If you did not enjoy the tour, my name is Laurel, and we are in Nevada. Oh, thank you, Glennis, for your tips. Greatly appreciated. Waiting to hear the door slam behind you, Bridget. That's hilarious. Hi, Connie and Chad. No, a serious question, MB. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I was actually recommending to not wear a skirt because the wind it blows up. I'm wearing a very flowy shirt right now, and my shirt almost went over my head. So when we were up in the tower, it was very, very windy. So I would be cautious about wearing skirts if you're climbing things like this. I have not heard that about skirts. Priscilla. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Poppy, isn't that hilarious? Oh, thank you, Pilar. Thank you, Sharon. I used to wear one normally. Oh, no. I mean, it is so hot here that barely anyone wants to wear any clothes at all. But, you know, what can you do? But yes, that brings us to the very end of our tour. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your tips. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, there are a lot of women wearing dresses here in Europe, mainly because it's so darn hot. But, you know, a lot of the locals, they're not climbing things like this. They're sitting with their cigarettes and their agua de Valencia, the drink of Valencia, which, let me tell you, has no agua in it. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you for the compliments. That's so nice. I think much more commonly than in the States. That's true. That's true. Yeah, a little bit about the fashion here. Women do feel very safe walking around, and the night culture here, basically people come out at night. They don't go, oh, it's 10 o'clock, I better get home. That is when they start coming out of their houses with their children, by the way. Kids are out until 12 or 1 o'clock at night, like little tiny toddlers. They're out doing their thing. They're with their parents. They're at the bar. They say, well, why would we stay home? Yeah, we have a baby, but we want to go out. So kids coming with us. It's very interesting. So yes, women do feel very safe here, and they wear things that are a little bit more risque than what you might see in the States. So it's actually been nice because it is so hot here that anything that is somewhat covering you just sweat through immediately. So, you know, I suppose those of you in Florida and in Arizona can relate to that. But anywho, okay, yes, as little as possible and loose clothing. Oh, All right, thank you all so much for coming. I look forward to seeing you hopefully this evening. And about this time on August 31st, there will be a tour of the Tomato Throwing Festival in Buñol. It is literally a festival. Okay, so you have to buy tickets for this. All of Spain, they buy a 12-euro ticket and they take part in throwing 15,000 kilos of tomatoes at each other. And you can see the picture I posted. It's nuts. Everyone is covered in tomatoes. And then the city cleans it up and they go recycle it, or like organically recycle it, if you will. But I've never been there, but I did schedule a tour so that we all can see it. I can't move the time of the festival. It only happens for 1 hour. So I do apologize if it's too early or too late for you. I do hope you're able to come though, because it is a very much a one-time event. Oh, thank you, Glennis. That's so nice. I look forward to seeing you all later this evening, if it is still within your awake time. And if not, I will hopefully see you in the coming days. Do follow me again for those next tour notifications. There will be some tours at around this time when I head to France as well. So, in case this is the only time that works for you, there will be some earlier tours as well. Oh, thank you, Poppy. That's so nice. Oh, thank you, Mari, for your follows. Tomato in your gimbal. Yeah, Bridget, I'm trying to figure out how to avoid the actual throwing of tomatoes while I am in Buñol, but that will be a challenge for sure. Oh, Priscilla, so I will be in the Alsace region of France. So this is where you see all of those beautiful half-timbered houses, the cobblestone bridges, or the cobblestone walkways, the beautiful bridges. So I'll be in Strasbourg, in Colmar, in Libreville, in Turkheim, in, I think I'm doing 3 in Strasbourg and 4 in Colmar. So it'll definitely be an event. And then after that, those are in the first 6 days of September. And then after that, I am meeting up with my husband in Germany, and we are going to see the Passion play, the Passionsspiele, it's the Passion of the Christ, but whether or not you're religious, it's still an amazing show because it only happens once every 10 years, and the whole city takes part in it. So you have to have on your passport, you have to have that you are a part of the city of Oberammergau, which is where the play takes place. So I think I'm going to try to do a tour there. I might schedule it, and then, of course, I try and get us in just about everything. So unless they take my gimbal away from me and take my phone away from me, I think that tour will happen. So, so anyway, and then I'll be doing a couple other tours in Germany when we're there. It's amazing that you have to get a ticket months in advance for this. Yes, so the Passionsspiele, I had to buy a ticket last year for. And now, granted, it does happen all summer long. So it happens 6 days a week, I think, for about 5 months, because this is the only way that this town makes money, and it only happens once every 10 years. So it's quite something, and it's gonna be a huge event. I'm so excited. Do you do in-person tours? You know, I've never done an in-person tour, but I'm not opposed to it. So Priscilla, come on over. Let's go have some tapas. I love the shade of green in your beef. Oh, thank you. You know, so I got this here, and I got these in, I think, Marseille when my husband and I were living there. So it's a very Mediterranean outfit. But okay, so thank you all so much for joining me. I'm a travel advisor. Oh, so cool. Well, yes, Priscilla, send your fun people my way. That would be fun. I do enjoy people, so that'd be a good time. And yeah, so thank you all so much for coming. I know they match perfectly, don't they? And I will hopefully see you all this evening, and I hope you have a good night, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And yes, thank you all so much for your tips, your comments, your follows, your reviews. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, because that's, you know, the world we live in, here is my Instagram. And I do hope to see you then. I post videos and pictures and all the things of where we are at the time. So it's basically an extended tour. So do follow me if you'd like to. Yeah. All everyone. I will see you soon. Goodbye.